So today I realized that this thing here, it stopped working. It used to be a light. It used to be a light here, but it's not turning on. The other one here is working, but this is not working. So I don't really know what's going on here. And this is I'm using to charge my computer. So I don't know, this is with things, you know, you buy stuff and it works. Normally it works like a long time. We just take care of the stuff. Now it's been working fine. I've been caring very good for it. I had it in one place. I never really moved it around, but I'm not living alone, you know. I live with some babies also. So I don't know, sometimes they just feel like knocking it in the ground or doing some crazy stuff that I wouldn't do, that maybe someone did, or I don't know, maybe it's just a malfunction here. I cannot blame anything. I just don't know what's going on with it. It's not working anymore. So I need to buy a new one, and it's a very costly thing, this one. It's like €100 or more. So yeah, another expense. All this money moving in order to keep this lifestyle that I'm having here with with a computer and yeah, hello.
We cleaned up the bathtub.
Again?
Yep.
We have all this stuff around us, things that makes our lives easier, more pleasant and more fun. I like the feeling of a good bed. We bought a bathtub that brought us closer to heaven. I enjoy luxury items like pots to make food in, knives to cut vegetables with. We like to play musical instruments, and we use electricity to charge my computer, for instance, if we manage. We live off-grid because we don't want to use money unnecessary. So we use a solar panel to power up. The water comes directly to us from Mother Earth. We make fire to stay warm in winter and for cooking. The ash we use as soap. And we even invested money in a greenhouse to make our gardening more easy. So, our philosophy is to spend our little amount of money on objects that will save us from spending money on bills and food.
So I wouldn't actually do a job that I'm not content with. I like to work with stuff that I want. I like to be my own boss. I like to do what I like. Music is what I know the best. I can play the guitar. I can sing. So this is how I will try and raise money now and in the future.
Hello, hello, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray.
Yeah, I can do both. I can play music on the streets and I can also record my stuff. I have this dream to release an album, a musical album with my music. That's something that might generate money.
To have a full-time job haven't really been an option ever since my first child was born. I prioritized spending time with my family, meaning we had to live on a small budget. We have been working on farms, living in communities, and I've been painting houses black. But most of our money I've been gathering on the streets of my birth town Bodø in northern Scandinavia as a street musician. I was in Bodø working when the politicians decided to lock down the world the 12th of March 2020. We were told that there was a pandemic going on, that a dangerous virus was spreading like wildfire, and the people of the world were told to not travel. Public and private transportation got shut down, and I was almost trapped in Bodø, which would have resulted in me being separated from my kids. The travel restrictions remained for 2 years.
Nakon 2 godine COVID ludila i svih dostupnih podataka o bolesti COVID-19, o učinkovitosti cjepiva itd., upravo su 432 zastupnika u Europskom parlamentu glasala za nastavak COVID ludila.
In order to travel these years, people were required to take a test to prove that they did not have this dangerous virus. We didn't want to take this test, so we stayed home on our farm during this time. It was no longer possible for me to work as I used to. But after 2 years of lockdown, Scandinavia finally opened up its highly guarded borders.
But we're kind of having the same luxury as the kings and queens. I mean, we have...
You're sitting on my charger.
Yeah, the charger.
This is why you need money for, because you're sitting on the charger.
You need to buy a new
You
charger.
complained
man.
about the kids might have been ruining your thing. And look, no, now the cats are eating the cables.
Yeah, you see,
No!
it's very expensive to have all this stuff because we must.
What do you want to spend money for? On.
Yeah, cables and cashew nuts.
If I had $1 million, what to do? If I had $1 million, I'd buy tons of cashew. You would see me eat cashews all day. I would invite you for cashew bread. All I drink will be cashew milk, and I'll sleep in a cashew bed. If I had $1 million, what to do? If I had $1 million, I'd buy tons of cashew. If I had $1 million, what to do? If I had $1 million, I'd buy tons of cashew. If I had $1 million, what to do? If I had $1 million, I'd buy you.
就说哪里来着？
Sometimes from a blue sky it can rain. Sometimes from a blue sky it can rain.
I will go to bed now. It's late. We've been working a lot here today with the music. I'm in this music studio. We do all sorts. I'm sleeping in the studio. It's great. I love it. I had a sauna today. So just enjoying life. I have all these new songs. Like I've been through a lot this past 10 years since my first daughter was born, and I've been creative enough to put it in music, and I would like to actually publish this music, to make an album, a musical album. One or more is so many songs. It might be more than one album there. Perhaps this will generate some money so I can buy a charger for my laptop. Even if I actually make more money playing music on the streets than I ever did as a professional musician.
Traveling north to Bodø was a great success.
What we recorded in the studio, well, actually it was 2 studios, it turned out to be better than what I could ever have dreamed of. I was in Strand Lydstudio with Mr. Sandvin, and I also went to another great dude, Ole Ivar Jørgensen, where we recorded 3 songs. The first of several albums is now finished recording, and there is more to come. Being in an environment that I knew well made my journey smooth. I know people there, I know where and when to get the best outcome when playing music on the streets. I know where to find food and beds to sleep in. I met old friends, even Pamela, the pretty gypsy girl who inspired me to make a pop song back in the past, came to talk to me every day on the streets. One day I decided to reveal my love for her by showing her that song. But that day she was no longer to be seen in the streets of Bodø. In her spirit I packed my bag and my guitar before returning back south to my beloved family.
Back in the city, now slept in a squatted place here. It was super nice here. This was like the best bed ever. And I had these layers of wool blankets under me, and I had my own wool thingies over me that I've been carrying around. I can always survive. I can use this blanket as a skirt.
Now we have this YouTube channel. If we manage to reach 1,000 subscribers, we can even start collecting money from this platform. So please hit the subscribe button.
So, just been out for a walk in the city, in the traffic. What is cool about the city though, of course it has its drawbacks with the pollution and all the traffic, pollution in so many ways. It's just too much of stuff in the city. Everything is very concentrated. Like it's concentrated of shops. There's many shops here. A lot of money movement, many people, markets everywhere. So one cool thing I got was vegan pizza and some cake. And also, since I've been so successful with my money making lately, suddenly I end up buying stuff that I don't really need, but it's actually very cool to have anyway, because it makes my life a bit easier. And it is, let's see here, is this a microphone stand, firewire cable to run the sound card. So now with this and now a microphone stand, I have some microphones. I think now I can actually manage to record some music home also, not only in a professional studio. Can be a bit amateur also, don't have to be so professional. Even though I would prefer to play as much as possible up in the studio I've been. It was super nice. The best guy, Hallstein, Sandvin, the producer there, he's amazing. So I would recommend to bands and anybody who's doing music actually, who wants to record, Strand Lydstudio. That's something I would recommend at least, because I know the guy who's working there is fantastic when it comes to music and sound. He can make shit sound like great stuff. He makes gold out of rocks. But I want to go to the forest. I don't want to stay here so long. So already tonight I will leave. I have this peaceful bubble in the forest. That's what I want to be.
To make a film.
Ah, film.
Yeah,
That's
making
nice.
this
The
video
vlog.
blog. Yeah. I do this I haven't done it before for real, but now will be like the first film in the video blog.
The smallest video blog in the world, you can say.
So far, yes. I want to become an influencer.